Welcome to the Kunateh Impact Show, where growth begins with accountability and leadership is built through action. I'm Abdul Kunateh, and every episode is designed to give you practical, real-world insights you can apply immediately to lead yourself better, lead others stronger, and build something that lasts. Because real impact starts with how you show up every day. Let's dive in. Picture this. 3 days before launch, the product is green on features but red on truth. User flows break under real load, a payment integration fails intermittently, and the team is firefighting email threads at midnight. People are exhausted, decisions stall, and every quick fix stacks on top of other quick fixes. Momentum, the very thing you need to ship, grinds to a halt. That slow, invisible tax, that's operational debt, the legacy shortcuts, brittle processes, and unresolved issues that compound until they stop your organization cold. In the next 10 minutes, you'll walk away with a practical rubric to diagnose where operational debt hurts most, a simple prioritization method to fix what unlocks velocity, and a low-friction remediation playbook you can start in the next 48 hours. No heavy frameworks, no large budgets, just clear decisions and repeatable rhythms that deliver results. A few years ago, I inherited a stalled product launch, much like the one I just described. We had pressure from leadership to hit an external deadline, teams pointing at each other, and a code base with 3 or 4 Band-Aid fixes labeled as, quote, temporary. I made a few immediate mistakes. I tried to tackle every issue at once, and I underestimated the morale impact of public blame. Then we shifted. For a small decision, we replaced blame with a single framed question. What outcome are we trying to deliver tomorrow? Second, we picked 2 small fixes that would unblock the most people. Third, we assigned those fixes to a compact, cross-functional squad and set a 48-hour experiment window. Within 3 days, the build stabilized, the team stopped chasing the same bugs, and confidence returned. That momentum didn't come from perfect engineering. It came from focused diagnosis, prioritized action, and learnable remediation. Insight 1, diagnose with outcomes. Operational debt reveals itself through outcome-focused signals, not just tech jargon. Look for 3 simple indicators. Cycle time. How long does it take to complete common work? Rework. How often do tasks come back for fixes? Decision lag. How long do approvals or clarifications block progress? For example, if deploys take 4 hours and rollbacks are common, that's a clear signal your delivery pipeline carries debt. If customer-reported bugs outnumber feature requests, the deck is stacked toward firefighting. Start by measuring these signals at a team level and use them to prioritize where to look deeper. Insight 2, prioritize fixes that unlock velocity. I use a simple 2x2 rubric, impact versus effort. On one axis, will this fix materially speed delivery, reduce rework, or restore customer trust? On the other, how much time and coordination does it need? Your sweet spot is high impact, low effort work, the changes that buy time and morale. Examples: automating a flaky test that causes daily rollbacks, adding a lightweight decision checklist to eliminate review delays, or consolidating 3 overlapping handoffs into 1 clear owner. Those wins build momentum. Save deep, high effort technical refactors for planned windows, or trunch them into small experiments. Insight 3, make remediation learnable. Treat fixes as short experiments, define the hypothesis, success criteria, and an owner. Run them in 48-hour or 1-week cycles so the team ships learning, not just code. Delegate remediation to growth-focused squads. A small cross-functional team with product, engineering, QA, and an operations champion. Preserve accountability with an ownership handshake, a clear agreement on who will maintain the fix after the experiment. The result? Teams learn practices that prevent recurrence rather than creating one-off patches. Now the practical playbook, a lightweight 39-day plan you can use today. Day 1, run a 48-hour triage to capture outcome signals and list your top 10 debt items. Days 2 to 14, pick 2 high-impact, low-effort experiments and assign cross-functional squads with clear success metrics. At day 30, hold the micro retros to capture lessons and make 2 process changes. For example, a deployment checklist and a review cadence. Days 31 to 90, schedule 2 cleanup sprints, focus on medium effort items, preserve 1 day per sprint for debt, and implement ownership handshakes for each remediation. 3 repeatable rituals I recommend: micro retros, 10 to 20 minutes every 2 weeks. Cleanup sprints, 1 sprint every quarter with a defined dead backlog. And ownership handshakes, a 2-minute commitment at the end of every experiment. These rituals scale. They don't require an overhaul, just rhythm. Before we close, 3 crisp takeaways. 1. Measure outcomes, not opinions. Let cycle time, rework, and decision lag point you to real pain. 2. Prioritize fixes that unlock velocity and morale. Aim for high impact, low effort first. 3. Remediate as experiments, delegate to cross-functional squads, and insist on ownership so learning sticks. Reflection prompt. Map your team's top 3 operational debts right now. Where do you see cycle time, rework, or decision lag costing you momentum? Take 15 minutes this week to sketch that map and share it with your team. Action step. In the next 48 hours, run a 15-minute outcome audit with your core team. Ask, what one workflow is causing the most rework? What single small fix could we complete in 2 days to reduce that friction? Choose that fix, assign an owner, and agree on success criteria. If this episode added value, subscribe to the Kunateh Impact Show so you don't miss future leadership playbooks. Share this episode with a leader who needs momentum. And if you can, leave a quick rating. Thank you for listening to the Kunateh Impact Show. If today's episode added value, share it with someone who's committed to growth. And remember, real leadership isn't about position. It's about influence and impact. Until next time, keep leading with purpose and creating a lasting impact.